Welcome back to the show. We got a great one lined up for you today. Robinhood buying Bitstamp. And what does it mean for XRP? We got that and so much more. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show and happy Friday. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content. Right now, $2.8 trillion market cap for crypto. The market is up 0.8%, 71,700 plus for Bitcoin right now. I say go, 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 baby. 3,800 for Ethereum and $112 billion market cap plus for USD Tether. Number 8 spot is XRP at 52 cents. We're up 0.1 in the 24-hour and we're up 1.1 on the 7-day. But remember, some point very soon, likely this year, as president of Ripple, Monica Long, likes to say, we're going to see that RLUSD, if that in fact is the ticker, and it does appear to be. And if we do see RLUSD, where's it going to sit on the chart here? Where is it going to sit? Because we're going to start seeing it on here somewhere. Is it going to replace Tether? I know that triggers so many people. You know what? It's Friday. 52 to 53 cents. That's where the price is ranging from. I'm super excited because, look, there's a lot of news about institutional involvement and soon-to-be utility once we get some legislation that really kicks this logjam open. And I do believe we are going to get it either by the end of this year or sometime early next year, so hang in there. Let's go ahead and start right here. Kraken is said to be in talks for pre-IPO fundraising round. Oh my goodness, go Kraken. And I've been trying to tell you that Link2 is the best home for private equity in the world. I try to tell you because you can get Kraken right now on Link2. Right now. And it's not sold out. But you know what? It may be right after I post this video, because I'm going to tell you something. This stuff doesn't last long. People get it. They understand. This is a remarkable opportunity for all the different options of private equity at the best prices and best bundles you'll ever find. The offerings are remarkable. Click the link to my sponsor below to get started today. It only takes minutes, like 3 minutes to register, sign up, and fund your account. It's super, super smooth experience, and you will love it. Once you start, you won't stop. That's why it keeps selling out. And here we see Robinhood has acquired the global crypto exchange Bitstamp to accelerate crypto trading adoption. Come on in. The extremely popular retail trading app will be soon going full crypto and eventually tokenized stocks. Love this. Ripple owns a stock in Bitstamp. XRP on Robinhood soon? Asked Chad Steingraber. And I think he rightfully so asked that question. Congratulations to the acquisition there from Robinhood, and congratulations to Bitstamp. They're obviously happy with where they're going. And then I want to start here. Now, we've all seen this fractal chart. We've seen it. You've seen it. This is 2017, 2018. I lived it. I watched it happen. And then I watched this bull run happen to 192. All of it was impressive. This actually started back in April of 2017 and then went on and had that sideways movement after it popped up to about 20, 30 cent range or whatever it was there. And then we had the sideways action. Then towards the end of the year into 2018, it popped for about 26 days to 384. And then we saw the 192 break here. And look at where we are right now. Now, this is the 1 month, right? So if that's where the candle is and we have a little room here, maybe it's another few months before we find out what's going to go on. There's no guarantee that we'll get the same result that we've seen in history's past. However, there's been a longer play of moving sideways and building up all this tension, this coiled spring that does look like it's much bigger than what this in 2017 ever was. So this is going to be exciting to watch. And I love knowing that I've got a position for it. And I know you guys do too. So this gets super exciting to watch this. But I'm showing it this way first because we all know that there's something coming. We just don't know what it is, right? Maybe it's a shock and it goes down. I don't know. It's not financial advice. But when I add in just a few things like I'm going to share with you today, knowing that 80% of Japanese banks have partnered with Ripple, and this has been known for years, ladies and gentlemen, but we're getting closer to the actual use and adoption and integration of all of this as we see the introduction and onset of CBDCs and stablecoins, which will be the vehicles that move this tokenized value around the world on these payment protocols, right? So it will be necessary, I believe, to see the actual daily use of these products that will absolutely begin to open up the market. And then obviously we see Swiss Route, Ripple Adapter connects Ripple with Thune's Payments and MasterCard, all of this tying the payment world together on the back end so it can all work seamlessly. This is all huge, inspiring news. I mean, this stuff we've known a lot of it here, but I want you to hear Ripple Reese Merrick on the Ripple stablecoin very quickly here and talk about why they should be trusted, why they are going to be trusted. Take a listen here.
Yeah, definitely lots of products, including a new stablecoin offering. So I'm curious as to where that target market is, because I don't think there's too much stablecoin activity in this region. So curious as to where the Ripple stablecoin is targeting.
So Ripple, obviously announced that we are going to be launching our own stablecoin. I think this was an obvious step for Ripple. You know, the market currently sits at about $150 billion. I think it's forecasted to reach 2.83 trillion by 2028. So clearly there's firstly huge demand for a compliance first, regulatory kind of adapt business to kind of enter the space. I would also say that where we've seen kind of feedback from customers within stablecoins is having a US dollar backed stablecoin. 60% of global trade or global transactions are actually US dollar settled, and not all of them are actually settled in the US. I think if you look at the Middle East and the GCC region, a number of countries here are actually pegged to the USD. So we believe that there's definitely a need for a US dollar backed stablecoin to really enhance kind of cross-border settlement, not only across this region, but more broadly, more globally.
Okay, and what's the unique selling point of the Ripple stablecoin compared to that of USDC Circle or USDT Tether?
Great question. Listen to this.
I would say that Ripple has spent 12 years in building out a cross-border payment offering. We have the infrastructure. The stablecoin was the next evolution of that. So it actually gives our customers optionality into how they want to receive, whether it's fiat, whether it's stablecoin. So really, we feel like we've got the infrastructure. This is just an additional kind of layer to that to kind of build off.
No doubt about it. What a great answer. Even better answer right there from Reese Merrick from Ripple. Now let's hear from the president of Ripple. It's Monica Long. And boy, do I like this answer too. You will.
Just the relationship between the stablecoin and XRP. Obviously, you use XRP in some of your products in terms of the cross-border. If you've got the stablecoin, is there a need for XRP in this mix?
Absolutely. We use a mix of assets to serve our payments customers, so including stablecoins as well as XRP. The use case for XRP in particular is as it was envisioned by the original creators of the ledger and of XRP, and that is as a bridge asset for the long tail of currency pairs.
Did you hear what you just said? Listen to that again, please.
Of the ledger and of XRP. And that is as a bridge asset for the long tail of currency pairs.
Now, what you think about, when I think about that, what I think of immediately is, and first of all, I think it's a great explanation that Monica gives here. We're really talking about the possibility of trades and pairing of trades that never existed before in history being possible with the use of XRP. Imagine holding milk shares and someone wants oil. Well, currently today, you got to go out to dollars and then from dollars back into the other thing and then back to the whatever they want, right? So you don't need to do that now. Now you can go from your milk shares or milk futures right straight to soybean futures, you know what I mean? Or gold, right? You don't need to go to dollars anymore. That capability is remarkable. Not to mention, there's other aspects as well. So let me give you this very quickly here. Remember this little clip when I interviewed Bob Way all the way back in 2019, I think it was? Yeah, take a listen to this. And just to really highlight the point, guys, like what he's talking about is really for the first time in the history of mankind is private individual networks, like whether it be a remittance company or a central bank or a coin exchange. For the first time in the history of mankind, these companies can actually cross into each other's network to settle a single transaction. That's pretty remarkable. And so it's not just as easy, or it's not just as remarkable as being able to pair things that you've never been able to pair and settle without going to dollars before. But it's also the ability to source across different networks so you don't create dry pockets of liquidity from pulling from any one place, over pulling from any one place, creating that dry pocket of liquidity. I want you to listen to this real quick too, because look, all of this stuff, think of it. You can now with XRP, you can trade in pairs and pairings that have never been possible before and operate in the same way. And then you're talking about sourcing across different networks for liquidity so you don't create dry pockets any one place. We know that mBridge from BIS is in fact, one of the models is in fact the XRP ledger. So let's hear here from the, I think it's 104 mark here. Take a quick listen to this.
You have. So I believe that, I hope, and I believe that we will see CBDC actually having a massive improvement on the value and the stability for currencies in countries that today do not have that.
And to elaborate on that, it makes sense as a basket of different types of CBDCs of different countries. So that's why I personally really kind of respect the initiative of mBridge. You might heard about that. Then several countries, they join forces and they create their own CBDC and then create that basket, because CBDC makes sense for the cross-border transactions. Because within the country, we feel safe by using just the local country currency, right? So that is, I believe, it's quite important. And
there you have it, just explaining exactly how it works. And again, at least one of the pilots for mBridge is in fact the XRP ledger, according to James Wallace, right? So now let's hear about this, because we're talking about the tokenization of securities, which really is another form of stable coins, right? Whether it's commodities or securities. Now they might call them something else, but that's what you're talking about. You're talking about tokenizing the traditional markets. This is what I've been waiting for. I don't know about anybody else, but this is what I've been here waiting for. This conversation's getting really good, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Mr. Carr, DTCC is the most important behind-the-scenes company in the capital markets in the world, probably.
Because they settled $3 trillion. Absolutely. Representative French has got it right. DTCC is very important when it comes to this.
And you represent that, and you're doing analysis about how tokenization could reduce agency cost, increase reliability, accuracy, reduce fraud, maybe speed, certainly lower cost, though. But there's also the issue of margin, and you were very involved, not you personally, but DTCC, very involved in the GameStop mania, where Robinhood, a publicly traded broker.
And we get the rest of that, right? But what I want to talk about is how it could reduce costs, because it's a DTCC clearing house, right? Obviously. Then here, smooth transition. Remember, just days ago, we switched to T+1 transition time. And guess what? How's that working out? They're saving 33% in cuts right now. That's how it's working out. In just days. It's been days. I don't even know if it's been maybe a full week, just a week now. But it's fallen from $9.1 billion here, or to $1 billion. And it says here that frees up $3.1 billion when compared to the average of the fund in the past month or so. So 25, 30%, whatever it is. Maybe it was 12 originally, 12.2. Now it's that. But if not, it's either 25 to 33%. Remarkable. They say a quarter here. So maybe it was 12 originally. But the reality here is oh my goodness. I mean, it's been a week. It's been a week and they're already projected to save 25% cost by switching to T+1. This is remarkable. It really is remarkable. And this is Nadine Chakar that came from Security with the acquisition of Security to become digital assets under DTCC. And she says, I really believe with every well, you know what? Let's just hear her say it because it's pretty remarkable.
How easy is it to apply those career-long criteria in an industry which is nascent, like digital assets?
I think the same principles still apply, Dominic. If we can't do all this, then there's no point in investing the time, money, and energy to do that. Like we can, if this is a matter of just satisfying our curiosity for something nice and new and shiny, then we can do that in the background. I really believe with every fiber of my body that once this technology is deployed at scale, all the goodness around cost savings, new revenues, capital efficiency, new products that are accessible to people of all walks of life would be a reality. But
there you have it. There you have it. It's pretty remarkable. Look, this moment is now. And with the DTCC moving to T+1, what I see is setting up the back-end clearinghouse for over $3 quadrillion worth of settlement, right? And I'm not guessing about that. Let me move you down here. DTC processed about $3 quadrillion in securities transactions last year. So it's not a guess. It takes 1,000 trillion to create 1 quadrillion. So that's 3,000 trillion that they're settling every year. It's incomprehensible to me, that level of number. It's pretty remarkable. But it is happening. Now, I know people, yeah, but the price is, I get it. I get all of that. But it's happening that they're using blockchain and distributed ledger technology. You haven't seen CBDCs launched en masse from the G7 economies or G20. You haven't seen stablecoins launched en masse with regulatory framework, which is just now coming June 30th in the EU region under MiCA regulations. We look to get it here in the US by the end of this year or early 2025. It'll be after that that we begin to see the institutions and whatnot begin to move, and maybe even slightly before in anticipation of that happening. Just like right now, the next 6 months or so is going to be a strong opportunity for IPOs. As you see the pre-IPO round of Kraken, Circle said they're going this year. Link2's out on the runway, said they're planning on going this year. There's so many great things happening in this window. And the fact that we're seeing that in tandem with the adoption being rolled out of this technology and IPOs starting to head their way to the make their way to the runway, this tells me that all things are pointed towards a real positive period for this market. How long it lasts, I don't know. But I know it's coming because I see what's happening. The fundamental news is telling me so. So I'm glad that we're all here for it. Look, that's going to do it for me. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. It's just my digital perspectives. And you could join us in the Freedom Zone, ladies and gentlemen. The Freedom Zone is a great way to support the channel. It is our daily videos from YouTube posted in here with 0 Google ads. And we do provide extra content as well as a VIP conversation and a VIP private access Telegram group as well. So I hope you will join us in there. That's going to do it for me. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. I'll catch all of you on the next one.